Every once in a while, we get an update on Carson Wentz. Back in May, ESPN told us that he is working out and he is open to opportunities either as a starter or as a backup. Okay. Not many starter opportunities out there for him, and if there was one, he'd already be on a team. Now, ESPN tells us he's throwing and studying film with former Raiders and Buccaneers coach Jon Gruden as he awaits his next opportunity. Chris, the rosters are at 90 right now. Where's that next opportunity for Carson Wentz going to come from, and why is he not currently on a team?
Yeah, I think, one, it's just the perception, or, I don't want to say just the perception or the chatter around Carson Wentz, right? It's the questioning of the leadership and doing the right thing with the football and not being too over-aggressive, and all of those things, I think, have led the NFL and everybody to kind of pump their brakes. And, yeah, he's not going anywhere until I think something happens and, with a quarterback room here in the NFL. I think it's a good step for him, though, Mike. Rehabilitate himself, stay on your game. You're getting coached by Jon Gruden. Jon Gruden's still talking to a bunch of coaches in football. So, hopefully he can get the word out for Carson Wentz to go, hey, this guy's pretty smart. Hey, the talent's here. Hey, I think we corrected this. So I think it's a smart move by Carson Wentz to do that.
I mean, a little risk involved in sidling up to Jon Gruden, given how he washed out of the Raiders. He's got a lawsuit against the NFL and the commissioner. I was surprised the Saints brought him in. I heard the Saints got no pushback from the league as a result of that. Maybe that helps cleanse the palate a little bit to let others work with Jon Gruden. But I think it comes down to how much money he wants, because what you take is a reflection of what you're worth, obviously. And if they're offering you league minimum, well, I'm above league minimum if that's what Carson Wentz thinks, and he surely does. He was the second overall pick in the draft. And there's that idea of, do you truly accept your role as a backup, or will you go in there with an attitude that you're better than the starter? That's been, I think, a concern as well. Is he truly willing to accept
I would agree
where
with that.
he fits right now? Kind of like Cam Newton. It's one of the reasons why Cam Newton doesn't have a job. Yeah, he says, I'll be a backup, but on my terms. And here's the teams I'll be a backup of. No. To be a backup, you never even talk about it. You just go be a backup.
Yes, agreed. That's what they want from a backup. They don't want a guy that's going to divide the football team and cause, issues in the locker room and the media and all that. And I think that's where people are scared of Wentz. There's been all the talk about, how he handles certain situations, locker rooms, relationships, whatever. None of it's looked real good. And then back to the thing that we talk about all the time too, Mike. He's one of those guys that, as a backup, he can be probably a little threatening, and not every team likes that. And every team wants their backup to be this huge Adonis presence who's got a rifle for an arm that's going to make, people in the locker room every now and then go, wait, why doesn't he play? Look what he's doing at practice and all that. And that's where the team has to remind him and go, oh, look at some of the decisions he made last year. That's why he's the backup. But yeah, I think that the myriad of reasons of why he's still on the street.
Great graphic, by the way. Great heading. Made me think of the old Talking Heads song, and the music starts to filter into my brain. Wentz in a lifetime. Very well done. That said, and it made me lose my train of thought, I think that it's going to take an injury to create urgency.
Yep.
To have his phone ring and say, come on in and show us what you can do. And there has to be a path to playing. Both ways. He's going to want it, and I think it's going to have to be a team that presents it, that needs it. We're down to QB3. We need someone else to be ready to go in case QB3 stinks or gets injured, and that's where his opportunity is going to come. So stay ready. I think at some point between now and January, he will get a call, and he'll get an opportunity, but I don't think it's going to be sooner. I think it's going to be later.
Yeah, agreed. I think it's going to take something to happen. Whether that's a team that loses a starter or loses a backup that feels like, hey, we're a good team and, we need somebody that can come in here and make some plays and protect us a little bit. Yeah, I think that's where Carson Wentz will come into play. I don't expect it to happen anytime soon.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.